This is the chapter 16 light from class 8th, and in the previous part 1 you have learnt about what makes things visible. So here the light help us to see all the objects. So everything is given here in the slide, and the next part is covered, that is reflection of light and laws of reflection of light. And next point is image formed by a plane mirror. So today you are going to learn the multiple images. So what are the multiple images? So to obtain the multiple images, two mirrors are required here. So the two mirrors, when two mirrors are kept inclined at an angle, they can together form multiple images. Suppose if you see here, the person is looking his back side in the mirror with the help of two mirror. So here in this diagram also, in this picture also, you can see the multiple images of one person. Here also the multiple images of one object you can see in this picture. So for to obtain these multiple images, mirrors are required. More than one mirrors are required, and when they are placed at inclined angle, then we can see the multiple images. For example, if the angle between the mirrors, if the angle between two mirrors is 45 degree, then 7 images can be formed. If the angle is increased 60 degree, then 5 images may be formed. If angle is 90 degree, 3 images may be formed, and if the angle is increased near up to 120 degree, then 2 images will be obtained. And if the angle is 180 degree, one image can be obtained. Here it is given 0 degree and parallel to each other, infinite number of images can be obtained as given in this table. So this is all about the multiple images which can be obtained with the help of more than one mirror. Means two mirrors are required here which can be kept inclined at an angle. This is the next point, which is called as kaleidoscope. Now if you see in this picture, this is the homemade kaleidoscope, and the kaleidoscope is a device which is used to see the multiple images of object. Now this is a homemade kaleidoscope, and how to make the homemade kaleidoscope, it is given, the activity is given in our textbook. So to make this activity, 3 inclined mirrors are required. So 3 inclined mirrors are required which can be kept at angle 60 degree to each other, and this arrangement is usually kept in the cylindrical box and has a few pieces of the colored glasses kept at one end. Now here in this picture you can see the three inclined mirrors are there at the angle 60 degree with each other, and they are placed in the cylindrical box with the few pieces of colored glasses or colored broken glass. And when we see through this kaleidoscope, we can get the beautiful different multiple patterns and designs, because multiple images are get formed because of that mirrors. So here you can see this one and this one and all these two again, all these are the different images, different patterns, different designs which can be obtained with the help of kaleidoscope. So here the kaleidoscope is very useful for the students who are working, who are doing the course of fashion designer, when they want make designs and patterns. So these designs and patterns can be obtained by the kaleidoscope, because here 3 mirrors are placed at 60 degree angle now with each other. So here this is the kaleidoscope and the multiple images obtained by the kaleidoscope. Now dispersion of light. So what is the dispersion of light? Sunlight or white light is a mixture of 7 colors. So in the 7th standard also you learned that sunlight or white light is a mixture of 7 colors. Here also you can see all the 7 colors are shown. Here also all the 7 colors are shown. So when from the prism, when this is the white light, and when the white light strike on the prism, and when it get transferred from the prism, it gets split into the different color, into 7 different colors. So this activity shows that this white light is a mixture of these 7 color. And the splitting of sunlight or white light into its color is called as dispersion of light. So this is the dispersion of light, means when white light gets split into different 7 colors, so this process is called as dispersion of light. When a beam of sunlight is passed through a glass prism, it split into 7 rainbow colors. The colors are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. And rainbow is caused due to the dispersion of sunlight by water drops in the atmosphere. So why do we able to see rainbow during the rainy season when there is a warm sunlight as well as rain? So because of dispersion of sunlight by the water drops in the atmosphere, water drops are present and the dispersion of sunlight takes place with the help of water drops. That's why rainbow formation can be takes place at that time. Now human eye, this is the most important sensitive organ of the human being. So this is the picture of the human eye. This is the diagram of the human eye with the labeling. So if we see here this label is lens, pupil, conjunctiva, cornea, iris, ciliary muscles, suspensory ligaments, sclera and retina, fovea. And the final is last is optic nerve. So how the function of the human eye is, or what is the function of the human eye, or what is the human eye? So human eye is the sense organ which help us to see all the objects which are around us. So we know that eyes help us to see all the objects which kept around us. Now the eyeball is almost spherical in shape. So eyeball is almost spherical in shape. When the light enters eye through a transparent membrane called as cornea. So if you see here, the cornea is shown in the diagram. So when the light strike on our eyes, so the light enter through the transparent membrane. This is this transparent membrane which is called as cornea, and through this cornea, through this transparent membrane, light enter into our eyes. Now behind the cornea is a muscular structure called as iris. Now if you see here, the labeling is shown, iris is shown here, so that is behind the cornea. So behind the cornea one muscular structure is present which is called as iris and which has opening called pupil. Now here is also shown the pupil. So this is opening which is called as pupil. The pupil controls the amount of light entering the eye. This is the function of the pupil. So what the pupil does, this pupil controls amount of light entering the eye, and behind the pupil is the eye lens. So this one is the lens. So it is behind the pupil. That lens present behind the pupil and it is convex lens which focuses the image of the object on the retina. So this lens helps to focus the object image on the retina. So if you see, this is the retina part, it is labeled here. So on this retina, this convex lens focus the image of the object. When the image get formed on the retina, then we are able to see the object. Now the ciliary muscles helps the eye lens and to focus the image of the object on the retina. So here the ciliary muscles are given there. So now all these ciliary muscles, they helps the lens to focus the image on the retina. And the retina has two types of cells called rods and cones. Rods are sensitive to bright light and colors, and the cones are sensitive to dim light, and the optic nerve carries sensation to the brain. So when the image formation takes place here on the retina, the optic nerve, here in the diagram it is shown, the optic nerve, this optic nerve helps to carry that sensation to the brain, and then brain come to know what is the object and which is the object, where it is. So here this is the explanation about the human eye. So optic nerve carries the sensation to the brain. The next point is defect of vision. Yes, there are some defects also of the visions. The normal human eye can see nearby as well as distant objects clearly. The minimum distance at which object can be seen clearly is 25 centimeters. Suppose you are reading a book, so at minimum distance means near about 25 centimeter if you hold the book, so you can see clearly whatever the words are written on that page. Some persons can see nearby objects clearly but cannot see distant objects clearly. So there are some persons in our society who can see nearby objects clearly but distant objects they cannot see. So they have a spect. And some persons are there, they can see the distant object clearly but nearby objects they cannot see clearly. So these effects can be corrected by using the suitable corrective lenses. So these are the defects, means one can see near object, another can see a distance object. So this defect can be corrected by the doctors, eye specialist. But how? By using the corrective lens. To the person they give the corrective lens and they can able to see the distance object as well as the close object. Now sometimes in old age people cannot see clearly because the eye lens becomes cloudy, and this effect is called cataract. It can be corrected by removing the eye lens and replacing it with an artificial lens. Now in our society, not only the people in old age they are suffering from the cataract, even the younger one also suffering from the cataract. Cataract means motibindu. So the people, when their eye lens becomes cloudy, so then doctor says us that the person is having the cataract and it must get operated. So how that cataract can be corrected, how that motibindu can be corrected? So doctors or eye specialists remove the eye lens and they use the artificial lens instead of that, and by replacing that one with the artificial lens, the cataract disease can be covered or corrected. Now the care of eyes. So what should we do to take care of our eyes? How can we protect our eyes? How can we take care of our eyes? So first thing is there, if there is any problem of the eyes, have a checkup and use suitable spectacles if advised. So first we have to go to the doctor, we have to go to the eye specialist to check up, and then after the advice of the eye specialist we can use the suitable spectacles. Again, too little and too much light is bad for the eyes. So we should not hold books or mobiles too little to our eyes, too close to your eyes, and that means too much light is also bad for our eyes. Bright light also cause harm to our eyes, sometimes because of mobile and because of computer. Bright light or that brightness causes our eyes red, means sometimes our eyes becomes very red. We have some irritation in our eyes just because of bright light. Do not look at the sun or very bright light directly. So use sunglasses for that. So we should not look to the sun directly, or we should not see the bright light directly. Dust particles if enter in our eyes, then don't rub. Mostly the small kids, when something goes in their eyes they start rubbing, and when they start rubbing it gives harm to the eye. So that's why we have to advise, and we should know that we should not rub the eyes when something goes in the eyes. Wash your eyes with the clean water. If something goes in the eyes, then we can wash our eyes with the clean water. Always read at normal distance. Don't hold books at far distance or very close to the eyes. So use the normal distance to hold the book, and do not read by keeping the book too close to the eyes or keeping it too far. Now, deficiency of vitamin A causes the night blindness. So, take food rich in vitamin A. So, we have to take care of our eyes. So, vitamin A is very good for the health, very good for the eyes, which can cover the night blindness if someone have. So here deficiency of vitamin A, if there is any deficiency of vitamin A in anyone's body, then it can cause further night blindness. So we have to take the food rich in the vitamin A. So papaya is also rich in vitamin A, so we can eat papaya also. So all this is about how to take care of our eyes. The last point is Braille system, Louis Braille. Now, Braille system is a system used by visually challenged person or blind persons to read and write. So, if you see this, this is a Braille system and it is used to the persons who are blind, who are visually challenged for reading and writing. Here also, by touch, the blind person can read and understand. So in this braille system there are the dot patterns. So how many dot patterns are there? If you see these are the dots. So the dot patterns are there. So 63 dot patterns are there which represents alphabets. So now see here, these are the dots which can represent A. These dots represents B. These dots represent C. So like this dots patterns are there which are 63 and they represents the letters, and these dots are raised slightly so that the words can be recognized by touching, and they are arranged in the cells of two vertical rows and three dots each. If you see, 1 2 and 3 dots each are there, and there are the two vertical rows, means 1 and 2. So two vertical rows are there, and how they are arranged? They are these dots are raised slightly, means there are some ups and downs in the dots. So by touching, the blind person can recognize what letters are written. So in this way the lesson is finished. Thank you.